What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to KO with Kyle. I'm your host, Kyle. Today we'll be recapping UFC Fight Night Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad, as well as forecasting UFC Fight Night Derek Brunson versus Kevin Holland. We heard the term no decision twice this past Saturday, but we also had some dominant, unanimous decisions and some quick KOs. All in all, a pretty good night of fights despite the main event ending as a dud. This upcoming fight night has some UFC debuts, some highly touted prospects, and a fun main event. There's a lot to get into, so without any further ado, let's get into it. Starting off the prelims at welterweight, we had Matthew Semelsberger versus Jason Witt. Semelsberger ended the fight with a 16-second KO. Next at strawweight, we had Jinyu Frey versus Gloria DePaula. Frey got a takedown and was on top much of round 1. DePaula had a much better round 2, outstriking and keeping it on the feet. Frey got a takedown round 3. The judges scored it a unanimous decision win for Jinyu Frey. Next at women's flyweight, we had Courtney Casey versus JJ Aldrich. Casey won round 1. Aldrich evened it up round 2 with a takedown. Closed round 3. The judges scored it a split decision win for JJ Aldrich. Next at lightweight, we had Nasrat Haqparast versus Rafa Garcia. Round 1 stayed on the feet, though Garcia was going for takedowns. Haqparast had the advantage on the feet with volume and accuracy. Haqparast was throwing combos in round 2. Haqparast got 2 trip and shove takedowns. The judges scored a unanimous decision win for Nasrat Haqparast. Next at bantamweight, we had Rani Yahya versus Ray Rodriguez. Yahya got a body lock takedown in round 1 with lots of ground control. Yahya got a takedown in round 2, then he transitioned to an arm triangle choke to win by submission. Next at featherweight, we had Charles Jourdain versus Marcelo Rojo. Both fighters were landing on the feet. Rounds 1 and 2 were close, and Jourdain's corner warned him that he may be down 2 rounds, so he came into round 3 looking to finish. Jourdain started landing combos and dropped Rojo and to win by TKO. In our featured prelim at strawweight, we had Angela Hill versus Ashley Yoder. Hill was landing heavy rights in round 1 and got a takedown. Hill hurt Yoder with a body shot in round 2. Yoder did a little better in round 3, but the judges scored it a unanimous decision win for Angela Hill. Starting off the main card at middleweight, we have Eric Anders versus Darren Stewart. Anders seemed to be winning early by overpowering Stewart, but Anders kneed Darren Stewart in the head while he was a downed opponent. They called the result a no decision instead of a DQ win for Stewart based on the fight not going more than 2 rounds. Next at flyweight, we had Manel Kape versus Matheus Nicolau. Nicolau got a body lock takedown round 1 and then another takedown. Kape had a better round 2, outstriking. Round 3 was close, with Nicolau starting out strong, but then Kape finishing strong. The judges scored it a split decision win for Matheus Nicolau. Next at bantamweight, we had Jonathan Martinez versus Davy Grant. Martinez was throwing calf kicks early. A left dropped Grant at the end of round 1. Grant was loading up on hooks. A left hook on the chin knocked out Martinez for the KO victory for Davy Grant. Next at featherweight, we had Dan Ige versus Gavin Tucker. A straight right from Ige knocked out Tucker, and it required no follow-up shots. The announcers were shocked that it took 22 seconds. In our co-main event at light heavyweight, we had Misha Cirkunov versus Ryan Spann. A straight right dropped Cirkunov. They stood back up, then a left hook to the temple dropped Cirkunov, and Ryan Spann won by TKO. In our main event at welterweight, we had Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad. Edwards was landing the heavier shots. Muhammad wasn't able to press forward and be on the offensive. Edwards rocked Muhammad and almost got a finish. Unfortunately, a bad eye poke from Leon Edwards rendered Belal Muhammad unable to continue the fight. It's a shame because I had Leon up early and it's been such a long time off before this fight. The fight was ruled a no decision, and who knows if they will rebook the rematch. In Kyle's fight picks, I had Stewart, Nicolau, Martinez, Tucker, Spann, and Edwards. So after 2 no decisions, I went 2-2. Not great. Next, let's forecast UFC Fight Night, Derek Brunson versus Kevin Holland. Starting off the main card at heavyweight, we have Tai Tuivasa versus Harry Hunsucker. Tuivasa was once an undefeated prospect entering the UFC. Tuivasa had 3 consecutive losses to Junior Dos Santos, Blagoy Ivanov, and Sergey Spivak. Hunsucker is a last-minute replacement of Don'Tale Mayes. This will be Hunsucker's UFC debut. Hunsucker lost to Jared Vendara on Dana White's Contender Series. Hunsucker has never been out of the first round, win or loss. I'd bet the under, and I'm picking Tai Tuivasa. Next at welterweight, we have Song Kenan versus Max Griffin. Griffin is coming off of a doctor stoppage win over Ramiz Brahimaj, where he almost knocked his ear off. Griffin has 2 wins in his last 5 fights. Kenan has 4 wins in his last 5 fights. This will be Kenan's first fight in the U.S. I'm picking the slight underdog, Song Kenan. Next at bantamweight, we have Adrian Yanez versus Gustavo Lopez. Yanez is 12-3 professionally. Lopez is 12-5 professionally. 2 of 3 of Yanez's losses were split decisions. Both guys are up-and-coming prospects. I'd bet the under 2.5 rounds, and I'm picking the favorite, Adrian Yanez. Next at strawweight, we have Cheyenne Buys versus Montserrat Conejo. Buys is 5-1 professionally and is on a 4-fight win streak. Conejo is 9-1 professionally. Conejo has had several wins by submission. Buys won on Dana White's Contender Series to earn a contract. Conejo was undefeated in the Mexico regional scene. I don't know much about either fighter, but I'm picking Montserrat Conejo. In our co-main event at lightweight, we have Gregor Gillespie versus Brad Riddell. Gillespie was an NCAA Division I collegiate wrestler. Gillespie has 1 fight of the night and 2 performance of the night bonuses. Riddell has 1 fight of the night bonus. Gillespie's only professional loss was a head kick KO by Kevin Lee. Brad Riddell has looked good in his UFC fights, but I think he will be outclassed in striking and wrestling by Gregor Gillespie. I'm picking the favorite, Gregor Gillespie. In our main event at middleweight, we have Derek Brunson versus Kevin Holland. Brunson is on a 3-fight win streak. Holland is on a 5-fight win streak. I think we'll go similar to Brunson versus Adesanya or Brunson versus Souza. Brunson has the wrestling advantage, but Holland has knockout power even from his back. I think Holland will be able to keep it on the feet and utilize his reach advantage. I'm picking the slight favorite, Kevin Holland. Kyle's fight picks. In Kyle's fight picks, I have Tai Tuivasa, Song Kenan, Adrian Yanez, Montserrat Conejo, Gregor Gillespie, and Kevin Holland. Our next episode will recap Holland versus Brunson and forecast UFC 260 Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou 2. So please subscribe so you never miss our timely content. And until next time, fight fans, peace.